We're back. Sorry, it's not as funny the second time. You would have had a great drop of me yelling, "Damn it!" But you know what? It's all.
I'm
good.
sorry. I didn't even count us down. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that how we do it?
I'll do it. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, and then we're ready.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for telling me that before. Now the funny haha joke is ruined. I gotta wait till next week to do it again.
I foiled his plans yet again.
All right. Well, we're back. How you doing?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Korn and Kock, episode 39.
That's right, 39. It's amazing how we literally do this 1 week at a time, and I can never remember what episode number we're on.
Yeah.
It is a personal problem.
Sometimes you just get confused. You get confuddled. You're like, oh no, it's episode 26.
26.
And then you're just like, you're in episode like 72.
That will happen to me.
Dude, we're gonna get to episode 69 soon.
Well, speaking of 69.
Oh my god.
Speaking of funny numbers.
Oh my god.
We'll just jump right into this really quick.
Frick yeah.
But what are we listening to / watching to? I think I'm gonna call that segment listening to / watching to.
Okay.
So, I'm listening to a Pearl Jam bootleg, which I think you've heard this.
Frick.
In 2000, they decided to record every single one of their shows and just release it to the public as is. No editing. There are mistakes galore. Every single show just gets released.
That's pretty ballsy of them.
And the shows are literally just called, June 12th, 2000, Wembley Arena. And then number 7 of whatever the show is. And you get the set list and everything. I love it. It sounds great. And they're the 8-man CDs. So on some of the CDs, you'll see an ape and a man. There's 17 of them. Those signal they really like those shows more.
Oh, so the ones with the ape on them?
Well, ape and man. Yeah. So when you get a CD and there's no 8-man, you're like, oh, they didn't really enjoy Detroit. They didn't really enjoy Phoenix. No, I think Detroit had an 8-man CD. Anyways, today is Indianapolis. And guess what number show it is?
69.
36.
Fuck.
So, and then
I've learned nothing!
And then watching, 2 nights ago, I watched the movie Nixon, starring Anthony Hopkins as Richard Nixon.
I'm not a crook.
I am not a crook.
I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer. But, you remember Anthony Hopkins? Remember The Edge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking Edge. Oh my god, that movie was so silly. I loved it.
Silly? That movie's not silly. It's great.
It was pretty silly.
How is it silly?
I don't know. Just imagining Anthony Hopkins with Alec Baldwin out in the fucking Alaskan wilderness.
Getting hunted by a bear.
It's fun.
You leaving that part out.
It's a little funny. It's a little funny.
I don't think it's funny. Okay, but also, look at how close Anthony Hopkins looks to Richard Nixon.
He doesn't look like him at all.
What are you talking about?
He doesn't look like him at all.
You're telling me...
He doesn't have the jowls. He doesn't have the square face. Anthony Hopkins has like an octangular face.
How are they supposed to make that in 1995?
Well, we're not saying they should have. Maybe they should have gotten someone else.
There is no one else that looks like Richard Nixon.
Yeah, because no one could ever be that ugly ever again.
Well, no, dude, Richard Nixon is not the ugliest guy in the world. Are you kidding me? There's some ugly dudes out there. You ever seen Gary Busey?
Well, doesn't he have like stroke face? Like he
does he?
Did
he ever have one?
I don't know, but like doesn't like half of his face like slink to the side and like
You're telling me Gary Busey's better looking than Richard Nixon?
I don't know, he looks funnier.
Okay, funnier, but that doesn't always relate to better looking.
Yeah.
I don't know, if he did have a stroke, then I'll take that off. That wouldn't be fair, but if he didn't and it's fair game, no, Richard Nixon is way better.
I just think he just did a lot of cocaine. But
I can believe.
So many people did cocaine.
Well, that Nixon movie was about 3.5 hours long.
What is with you and your stint of like really long movies?
Because it's a great way to because you watch an 1.5 hour movie and you're like, oh, this is fun, then you're out of it. 3 hours, you're in this world, and then you come out and you're like, oh, I'm going to bed. And also, 3 hours. Can you watch a 3-hour movie? Can you watch a 4-hour movie?
I mean, we already talked about this, the Justice League. I did in one sitting.
True. In one sitting. That's the impressive part. Some people would pause and take breaks and all that stuff. You can't pause in a movie theater. You watch it. You go to the bathroom, you can't pause it. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine if they did do that, though?
Yeah, excuse me, projector man. Can you, like, pause it? I need to go give birth in the bathroom.
Oh, my I gotta take this phone call really quick. Everybody would just hate it. I'm glad they don't do that.
Hello? No, I didn't order any fucking salmon.
Well, what are you listening to?
Bring it to my house. Listening. I don't listen to albums like you do, so I don't really have anything to...
What was the last song you listened to?
Fuck if I know. Give me a second. Potential for Anything. By Soul Eye.
Potential for Anything.
Potential for Anything. It's from the album PPP.
What?
I'm dead fucking serious. It is. I swear to God.
So it's 6 Ps, right?
It's 6 Ps. And the reason it's 6 Ps is because it's from a video game called VVVVVV.
So not very creative is what I'm getting at.
I mean, the game is fun. It's really simple. All you do is you press a button and you, like, switch gravity. So, like, if you hit the button, you, like, stand on the ceiling, and then if you hit it again, you stand on the floor. Okay. It's, like, it's pretty tough, but it's fun. And the soundtrack's actually a fucking bop. It's really good.
You know what? It doesn't save it. You play more video games than me. You play a bad video game.
Yeah.
Does the soundtrack save it at all?
I mean, you look at, like, something like, I don't know, Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver 2,
hey,
and you
never played that game.
I don't know, it looks pretty fucking bad, but the soundtrack kicks fucking ass. So, I mean, like, a good soundtrack can, like, elevate a bad game a little bit.
A little bit, but it doesn't save it.
It doesn't save it.
That's what I thought. And then, what's the last movie you watched?
I think it's still, yeah, I haven't watched any. I watched a show, though.
What show did you watch?
I watched Squid Game.
A coworker was literally just telling me about that.
Yeah.
So, is it good?
Yes, it's very good.
Someone told me it was like Saw, but with kid games.
Yep. It's basically another one of those, like, I don't know what it is about Koreans and Japanese people with their fucking death game shows.
Well, to be fair, they make horror, they take it to another level. I mean, good scary movies.
It wasn't really scary, it was more of a thriller. But I mean, it was still really good. I'm not saying that they're bad. It's just that, like, you look at all these, like, death game shows and they're all like Korean, Japanese, all that stuff. And like I said, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just funny to me. But yeah, your coworker was like, yeah, it's Saw with kid games.
And then I asked, do they play hide and seek? And she said no. And I'm like, well, then what kind of kid games are they playing?
Korean kid games. Well, I mean, they played Red Light, Green Light. So that's like...
okay. You know what? If we were to have a top 10 list of kid games, Red Light, Green Light wouldn't even be in the top 10. Hide and Seek might be in the top 3. It's hide and seek. How do you not play hide and seek?
Tag would be number 1.
Tag would be up there. What else would be there?
Hopscotch? I don't fucking know.
What is it? Jump rope?
I guess. Tetherball.
Kickball.
Kickball.
See?
I hated kickball.
Honestly. I liked playing it, but I wasn't good at it. Alright, well.
Anyway, it's a good show. It's on Netflix if you're interested.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 9 episodes long, each one's an hour.
Alright.
But like, yeah, it's really fucking good.
Okay.
Also, that, like, one of the main villains has this really cool fucking mask. Like, it's this black, like, polygonal mask. Like, it just, like, got a lot of edges and a lot of shapes on it. It looks fucking sick.
Is,
honestly.
Anybody famous in it?
No one that you would recognize. No one that I recognize, but apparently they're famous, like, Korean actors and actresses.
There's a good chance I might recognize someone if they're big enough from, like, other movies. So what's it called? Squid Game?
Squid Game, yeah. It's got a weird fucking name, but honestly, it's pretty good.
That guy kind of looks familiar, but I can't get a good look.
I was gonna warn you. I was like, don't search it up. You're gonna spoil yourself. Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself. Not yet.
What are you talking about?
Do you know that video?
No.
I've never shown you that video before.
I don't think so.
I have to have.
You haven't?
Well, it's a fucking video of this kid. He's playing Mafia 3 for a live stream. And apparently he hasn't left in like 48 hours. He hasn't left his seat in like 48 hours. And he's shitting himself. He's literally defecating in his pants. Okay. And his mom comes in and goes, "Go to the bathroom, you're shitting yourself!" And this absolute savant, this absolute genius with words goes, "Not yet." And then his mom's like, "I can smell it from the other room! Go to the fucking bathroom!" And he goes, "No, not yet." And you can hear her like trying to grab his arm and take him to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And as you're doing that, you can literally hear like squelching from his asshole as like shit's coming out. Oh it's so fucking... It's so disgusting, you can't have any other reaction other than like, oh my, like laugh. Like,
so
oh my god.
This isn't even like so gross it's funny, it just is gross.
Well, I mean, you don't see anything. You just like...
Oh, you just hear it?
Yeah, you just hear it. You don't see anything.
Okay, well,
it's
I guess
all
it's
audio.
not that bad, but...
I just think it's funny that there's a human being out there that would do that.
48 hours?
I'm too busy playing Mafia 3, Mom. I need to shit my pants.
I mean, okay, you like the game. How can anyone stay up doing a single thing for 48 hours straight?
Well, to be fair, like, I don't know if he was actually up for 48 hours, but he seems like the type of fucking loser.
Oh, you just made that up? Well, that's kind of an important factor. What if he only played for 12 hours straight?
What if he only played for 6 minutes?
What if he only played for 4 hours and he had Tie House like you do, and then he's already, you know,
that was a low fucking blow.
Well, I'm just saying. Hey, you know what the equivalent for me is? Chicken wings from literally anywhere. I don't handle chicken wings very well. They taste great. It's not great coming out. So often sometimes I will not get chicken wings because I don't want to deal with the aftermath.
That's fair.
It's very fair.
Well, that's why I don't go to Barrows, because I don't want to deal with the aftermath.
Fair. I get it. All right, well.
Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, wait, watch and listen. Yeah, okay.
Well, you said you had some questions.
Oh, yeah.
What do we got?
Fuck it. It's been a while, but, Korn and Kock questions. Put up the little thing. Hell yeah. It's been a while.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
What are we
doing? First question. Favorite underrated extinct animal?
Extinct animal?
Yeah, any animal that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, what is it?
It's Megalodon.
How about the dinosaur that killed Newman in Jurassic Park? Whatever that dinosaur is.
You heard it here first, folks. The dinosaur that killed Newman in Jurassic Park.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's the one that the thing comes out and it's like...
Oh!
And it spits the poison out.
Oh.
Yeah, that
what
thing.
the fuck are those dinosaurs called? They have the little fins on the side of their face. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forget. Those are cool.
You get the Newman thing? You don't get it.
I'm gonna be honest. I watched Jurassic Park once when I was a very little kid, and I haven't watched it again since.
Well, Newman doesn't reference Jurassic Park. It references Seinfeld.
What?
Yeah, you know Newman on Seinfeld?
What?
The character Newman.
Yeah.
He's in Jurassic Park. He's Nedry.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the big fat guy that tries to steal it.
Fucking shows you how much I know.
And then, you know, the character Jerry, everyone in the show always opens the door and says, "Hello, Newman." So that's what people said with the dinosaur. It went like this. "Hello, Newman."
Oh boy.
Okay, well.
What?
I'm trying to find out.
I'm sorry, I've never watched Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Well, I thought you at least heard of it, but I didn't think you like watched it.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter. Okay, where?
I would, while you're looking for that, I would have to say, it's probably a dinosaur as well. I was actually going to say Megalodon before I said the meme, because like I don't know, a fucking giant ass shark the size of a like blue whale sounds pretty cool. But I would have to say, what's the name of the dinosaur that has the big like spiky ball at the end of its tail?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna call it the Onyxodon. I know that's not its name, but that just sounds cool.
Oh, Dilophosaurus.
Dilophosaurus.
Well, that's mine.
Yes, that's yours.
Okay. Now I just need to
just look up dinosaur with big ball on tail.
Well, I want to look up Oh my god, this is... Dilophosaurus. Here we go. Yeah, I think this one's very underrated. Oh my god. It just looks... Look at that. That looks terrifying.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it spits poison out at you. Yeah, see? Hello, Newman. Okay. And then what was yours? Oxodon?
No. Just look up. That wasn't the real name. Look up the dinosaur with spiky ball on tail.
Dinosaur with spikes on tail.
They'll know what they'll know what you're talking about.
It is... Okay, images, but it's not giving me a name. Ankylosaurus?
I guess so. Ankylosaurus.
Wait, hold on. Talking about, like, the Land Before Time?
No. I'm talking about, like, something like that. Ankylosaurus, yeah.
That looks fake. Like, it's in a sci-fi movie.
Well, it's a fucking CG model. It's not like they went out and took a picture of it.
No. Well, yeah, of course. But I've never seen or heard of any dinosaur with that on their tail.
It's a thing.
What the hell? Like, I've heard of this.
Yeah, that's the.
But I've never
Stegosaurus.
heard of this. Wow.
Well, that's epic. You learn something
Well, also,
every day.
I know nothing about dinosaurs.
Neither do I.
My dinosaur knowledge is Jurassic Park, and even then, I didn't even remember Dilophosaurus.
I called it Onyxaurus or whatever the fuck. I
probably
made up a name.
I'm probably not even saying it right either. Dilophosaurus. That has to be it.
That probably is it, honestly.
I mean, you never know. All right. Well, what other questions you got?
All right. This one's specifically for you. What is your thoughts on the Calgary Flames' last playoff run?
I've seen some pretty bad games. I gotta tell you, the game they played where they like scored 3 goals and then gave up 6 in a row was pretty bad. I would say, here's a fun fact for you. In the I think the Flames won the Stanley Cup in the mid '80s. Since then, they've made it past round 1 2 times. One time,
Twice.
They lost in the second round, and the second time they lost in the Stanley Cup final, but they actually should have won. The puck went into the net or across the line, but the refs missed it, and they went back and watched the replay, and you can clearly see it. So it's one of those. Did Tampa really win? So I'll say this. I don't know who wrote that, but I think the Flames window is about 2 years, maybe 3 at the most, and then it's going down after that. But hey, you know what? Have you seen the Flames logo? It actually looks really cool.
I think you've showed it to me before, but refresh my memory.
I think.
By the way, I'm not putting up any pictures in this podcast. If you want to know what we're talking about, fucking Google it yourselves, you lazy assholes. Yeah, looks cool. I'm just kidding. Please don't stop watching.
What do you like more, this or that?
I like the one that isn't the white C.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I think this one looks pretty cool.
It's
pretty cool.
Pretty good. Okay.
All right. What's the next one?
Next question. Worst game you've ever played, and this is for both of us.
I got it.
Okay.
I'll go with this one first. Jurassic Park, the video game.
Oh my god.
Very, very, very bad game.
For what console?
I bought it for the Xbox 360. You know what game it was? It was one of those stupid... Something happens, and you have to press a button. You have to do that.
Oh, it's a quick time event game?
Yeah, then you choose what people say in conversations. I didn't know that.
Oh, fuck. It's one of those Traveler's Tales, pick your own adventure type games.
Yeah, but I was at GameStop at PV Mall, rest in peace. I saw Jurassic Park, the video game, and I thought, this is going to be badass. I'm going to build a Jurassic Park, and then I'm going to get thrown in Skyrim style, and I have to run around the island and hide from dinosaurs. All that stuff. That sounds cool. It sounds badass. And I put it in. Okay, look, the graphics weren't that great, but I'm very easy on graphics. I'm not going to kill a video game for that. What I will kill a video game for is, why would you take Jurassic Park and make it a press X, press Y, do this thing? It was one of those things where you had to keep that little thing in the center for like 10 seconds while a dinosaur's running after you, and you're holding onto a building. And if you don't do it, then you fall, the dinosaur eats you.
Oh my gosh.
So, but I'm interested, what is your worst game?
It's a game for the Game Boy Advance called Carnage, and it's spelled K-A... It was K-A-R-N-A-A-J. Carnage.
K-A-R...
N-A-A-J.
What? Carnage Rally?
Rally, yeah. Carnage Rally. Yeah, it's the fucking game.
Oh my god, is this real?
Yeah, it's real. I had it and I fucking hated it. It's
What
is
this?
It's a Yeah, the cover. The cover is so fucking stupid. Okay, I lied. I will put this up on I will put this up on screen.
This is pretty bad.
At 25.
You want to
All right, it is a checkered flag with the logo, and then there's just this really weirdly like placed man screaming with like blue dyed hair. It's the stupidest shit.
It doesn't even look like he's screaming like a
he's not going ah, he's going ah.
Yeah, it looks like he's going like yeah. He looks like he's going yeah. Not ah. Okay, what album cover is worse? That one?
That's not an album cover.
Not album cover, but cover or
I think cuz at least that one's like you're wondering what the fuck's like that one's like got more going on. It's more interesting. He's showing me he's showing me Iron Maiden. I don't know what the album is.
It's Dance of Death. Even the band themselves came out and said it's a disgrace.
It's pretty bad. But I mean, like I like that more than I like Carnage. So Carnage is a top-down racing game, and it fucking sucks. It's absolutely horrible. Like the graphics look like shit, first of all. But like that's not even like they look bad, so I don't like it. They look so bad you can't tell what's part of the racetrack and what's not. You can't tell what's a hazard and what's not. And like it's so funny. There's these certain tracks where like you can drive over like animals fucking walking across the track and they splat into like puddles of blood. It's stupid.
He doesn't even look like he's yelling. He's kind of like yeah, he's going, hey, Peter. That's what he's doing.
He's jizzing in his pants.
Never judge a book by its cover. That's actually a review for it.
Never judge a book by its cover. It's way worse.
This is on Wikipedia, so take it what you will. But listen to this. The box art for Carnage Rally was criticized by many video game reviewers and publications. It was featured in 1UP.com's feature titled "Hey Covers, You Suck," in which it is described as the world's ugliest man jumping in front of the camera, which we clearly know that's not the world's ugliest man. It's either Richard Nixon or Gary Busey.
Yeah.
So imagine Richard Nixon or Gary Busey going
with blue dyed hair in front of a checkered flag. So yeah, that's the worst game I've ever played. I gave it away because I'd only say second would be Sonic's Genesis. Sonic Genesis on the Game Boy Advance. That one's also fucking horrible.
I played a Sonic game when I was younger, but I don't remember what it was. I remember it was alright.
Most Sonic games are either like alright or just fucking terrible, so yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Any other questions?
There's two more.
Oh, okay.
Alright, this next question is, if you had the choice to sacrifice a friend and save a friend, which friend would you sacrifice and which friend would you save?
Wow.
Yeah, asking the hard-hitting questions.
Well, sacrifice, is it a quick thing?
Let's say for the sake of simplicity, it's bank heist. You have to either save or kill me, and then save or kill Zane.
I guess I would save Zane and then save you. And why I'm okay with saying that is
no. You have to save one and then kill the other.
Yeah.
Like let the other.
I would kill Zane and save you.
You said save Zane.
Well, you know what I'm
me.
saying.
Well,
you know why?
You would save Zane in quotes. Save him.
You know why? Because I know he'd kill me and save you, because he's known you longer and you two connect better. So yeah, I have no shame in saying that. But
goddamn,
if it's just bank heist, if we have anybody, I mean, wouldn't you just pick someone that you're barely friends with? So
sorry, Amjad, see ya. Just kidding.
I don't know. What about you? Who would you say?
For bank heist, definitely kill you. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Nah, that sounds about right.
No. Sorry, Zane, you're going under, and I'd save you. But if I had to, it was anyone in the group, I would definitely save. I would save Zane, and then Ben would die.
Ben?
Yeah, Ben would.
Well, who's all in the group? Are you adding old guys who?
Oh no, not really.
Oh, see, if you did that, I think
well, then I would be like, yeah, save Zane, and I'd kill fucking Toxic or whatever.
Oh, right. I forgot his name.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear that? That's a threat. No, I'm just kidding.
What was I gonna say? Oh, you know what? I know what I'd do. I would go up to Zane and I'd say, so,
no head.
do you still not like Wi-Fi lyrics on Wi-Fi password? And he'd say no, and I'm like, okay, well I guess you're going. Bye. And then I'd,
he'd be like, no. Wait. You've seen that, right?
I have not.
It's a fucking clip from the Punisher Netflix show where like his family's getting killed in front of him in a dream sequence, and he's like, no, wait. It's supposed to be tragic, but it ends up being really funny.
Well, you remember I think it was Justice League, the Flash, when he's like running.
Oh yeah, we talked about that already.
Yeah,
he's
bad.
like flopping like a fish.
Well, he looks like he's on a light morning jog. He's not the Flash running.
No, he looks like he's running through water. That's what it looks like.
I'm gonna look up that scene right now.
Oh my fucking god!
Because it's so bad. It's
so sick and so bad. Last question though, really quick.
What do you got?
LeBron or Shaq?
LeBron.
I'd say Shaq because he could probably pick me up like with like 2 fingers and fucking like caper toss me across.
Shaq could not make a free throw for his life. At least LeBron can.
I'm not talking about basketball.
Baseball? Okay. That conversation.
I fucked it up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
Oh my god. It's like saying, who's your favorite golfer? And you're like, I really like Tom Brady. I mean, hold on a second. No one's gonna listen to
Oh man, I really love the Patriots.
The Patriots. Well, you want to go into Tom Brady? I got a quick question to ask you.
What's that?
This will be the Korn and Kock sports report.
Oh boy.
Brady returns to New England on Sunday.
Oh, so he's going back to the Patriots?
No, he's going back as a visitor because he's on Tampa Bay.
What? Who cares?
My question is, does he get booed by the New England faithful, or does he get cheered?
My question is he gonna like be making out with his son as he like walks into the stadium? For any of you who don't know, there's this infamous clip of Tom Brady getting a massage in a fucking room somewhere. And for those of you who don't know who Tom Brady is, check yourself.
Yeah.
His son walks in, his less than adult son.
He's like maybe 10.
He's like
maybe even 8.
He's like 12 at the most. That's being very generous. Comes in and he's like, "Good luck with your game, Daddy." And he's like, "Come here and give Daddy a little sugar." And he goes and he gives his dad a little peck on the lips. And he's like, "Oh, no, that's not good enough. Come here." And he fucking like holds his son's lips on his own for like 3 seconds.
Okay, he doesn't hold with his hand. The whole thing that's weird was, I'm surprised he didn't say it. Who kisses their son with their lips? A. Second of all, who does that and goes, no, I want another one. And then you go even longer. Even my dad, who's usually on top of this stuff, never even heard about it. And he was very like, is this real? And I said, yes, it's real. It's Brady. You can hear his voice. You can see his face.
Look, there's a difference between loving your kids and showing them affection and then just being a fucking weirdo.
And then doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would say.
So that's why I said that. I'm not just making up bullshit. Like it's kind of weird, and that's why
Tom Brady, very weird.
Tom Brady and his 13 rings can go get fucked.
And apparently the Boston media, which I don't know if you know about this, but New York and Boston tend to take their sports very seriously. So,
yeah.
And remember, Boston is New England.
Mm-hmm.
So that's supposed to be his own troops going against him. And they just kept asking me about that. And he essentially said, stop harassing me about this or I'm not going to do interviews. To which I would say, well, you're the one making out with your son and had the video get out. So who's the real guy at fault here? You doing it or me asking you, why did you do that? But you know what? When you're the greatest quarterback of all time, yeah, you can kind of make out with your son and get away with it.
I don't think that's a good standard to have.
Oh, really? Well, nothing happened. Roger Goodell didn't come out and suspend Brady for 2 games for kissing his son like that.
Well, because it's not really a bad thing. It's just more of a creepy thing. Like there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. I mean, it's his own son.
It's very wrong. People, go and watch the clip and tell me if you walked into your friend's house who had a kid and you saw that, you still gonna go hang out with him and get wings later that night? Or are you gonna go, hey, you know what? Something just came up. I got diarrhea. I gotta go. And also, my point is, if a rookie quarterback did that, dropped immediately. You never see him again. Because it's Brady and he's the best, they kind of go, okay, that's okay, it's a little weird.
Just boys being boys.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's like, if you're the greatest, you can kind of get away with doing dumb stuff like that. So anyways.
Yeah, whatever.
Does he get cheered? Does he get booed in his return to New England?
He'll probably get cheered, knowing how fucking fickle sports fans are. They're like, oh, we hate him. Oh, and then he comes back and they're like, we never doubted you. That's just how people are. They're fucking fickle.
I would say that. I would say this. If you're a real sports fan, you would cheer. The guy gave you 6 championships in 20 years, and you have the audacity to boo him? Why? It literally doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Tom Brady can kiss something of mine, and it's not my lips.
Let's put it this way. If Ketel Marte did that on the Diamondbacks, if that video clip and that was Ketel Marte doing that to his son, he's either getting traded or released.
I wanted to say something else, but I can't say that on the podcast.
But I'm trying to think of someone else. If Garrett Cole and the Yankees did it, nothing would happen. Now they would make a fuss, but they wouldn't release him or trade. They'd just kind of go, oh well, that's a little weird, but hey, you know what? Water under the bridge. Let's move on. Let's move on. If it's a little guy, you're done. Get out of here.
I think. Look, I just think that. At least he didn't use tongue. Okay, at least he didn't use tongue.
We don't actually really know.
Well, we have like
it's not
4K footage.
We don't have a great angle of it.
I guess so.
Also, how about that guy giving the massage? He's still giving him a massage while that whole thing is going on.
He's cupping Brady's balls while he's making out with his son.
Well,
it's
either
like,
way,
my God.
The guy's doing a massage on his arms or whatever, and he's probably sitting there like, dude, come on, there's a camera right there. I don't want to lose my job over this. I don't want to be known as the guy.
He's gonna lose his job.
Yeah, because people are gonna be like, why didn't you do anything?
Why didn't you stop him?
Why didn't you step in? And you're like, dude, I'm just a masseuse. I give massages. They don't train you to stop a guy making out with his son during your session.
Oh my
That's
God.
why it's so weird.
We should normalize people training other people to stop people from making out with their sons.
Well, again, this is almost like a comedy. Like, how'd they come up with that? How'd they write that?
They didn't. It was real.
This was real. No way anyone could have came up with this.
Oh my God.
But very quickly, the Diamondbacks have 4 games left in their season. If they lose all 4, they set the new franchise record for most losses in a season with 112.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
wait, so they'd be the worst team.
Right now they have the worst record in the league by 1 game.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and if that means if they finish with the worst, they get the first overall pick. Yay, first overall pick, and we only had to win 50 games out of 162. That's less than a .314 win percentage.
All I have to say is, I feel bad for anybody who ever got a Diamondbacks tattoo.
A guy did get a Diamondback tattoo.
It's like, woo! 2021 World Series! And then it's like, Did
you hear about that? Actually, it's funny you say that. In the last time they made the playoffs, somebody, I don't know why people do this, some guy went on Twitter and a picture came up, and the guy tweeted, if Archie Bradley gets a hit, I'm going to get a tattoo of him. And Bradley did get a hit. And Bradley responded to that tweet, you better do it. And the guy did it. He got a tattoo of Archie Bradley, on his back or something like that.
He got it on his armpit so no one will ever see it, like a fucking wimp.
Well, that hurts down there.
Oh yeah, no, it would definitely hurt, but at least no one would ever see it.
Right, yeah, I guess.
I mean, like, if you're gonna get an embarrassing tattoo like that, or like a pointless tattoo like that, then you might as well get it somewhere where not a lot of people are gonna see it.
That's true. Well, I got one more quick sports question for you.
Oh, balls!
So you've probably heard me and Russell talk about the Tampa Bay Rays.
The Tampa Rays.
Yeah, I guess officially. Did you actually know it's called Tampa? The city's not called Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I found that out when Russell went to Tampa 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. I literally thought it was Tampa Bay.
You stupid!
But that's just the sport names. So the city's literally called Tampa, and I had no idea.
Is there a bay in Tampa?
There must be.
So,
if not, why would they call it Tampa Bay? It's like inland. It's called Tampa Bay.
It's like right on the border of like Georgia, Tennessee. It's like Tampa Bay. Yeah, thanks.
It's like
thanks, assholes.
150 miles from the nearest bay. It's called Tampa Bay. No.
Okay. No.
2 years there was rumors, and then it came out that it was confirmed that Tampa Bay is considering splitting their home games between Tampa Bay and Montreal.
Splitting their home games. Oh, like they play some there and some over there.
So I think it said they would play the first half in Montreal and then the second half in Tampa Bay. I have quite a bit of takes on this, but I want to hear what you got to say about it.
Well, I don't know what the implications of that are, at all.
Let me ask you this.
You're
a sports fan.
Yeah.
You love your team. Would you want to see your team partially break up with you and move to another city so you don't even get to see them?
Well, teams do that all the time, though.
No.
They go away.
This has never happened before. Split home games? That's the weird part. It's like if the Diamondbacks were to play half their games in Vegas and Phoenix.
Okay, I guess.
And there's 81 home games.
But there's like people or teams go to other cities to play all the time. And do people get mad about that?
They're road games. So they go and play Toronto for 3 games and they leave. What's weird is, okay, let's say they do this and they win. What city won? Tampa Bay or Montreal? So when they have, the Coyotes won banner, so if they win, it's going to say Tampa Bay / Montreal. Doesn't that look a little awkward? And you're going to, okay, you made the postseason, great. Where are you going to play? Montreal or Tampa?
No.
And just move to Montreal. That's what I'd say. Don't tease me. Just move to Montreal or stay in Tampa. Why would you split it?
Well, get as far away from Florida as you possibly can.
Well,
that place is a shithole.
Well, that's the funny part is the attendance in Tampa is always low, but the attendance in Montreal is always low. So it's almost like, okay, well, it's not working here. Let's move it to somewhere else that didn't work before.
Let's cut our already dwindling viewership in half again.
Yeah, and move it to Canada. Canada, I don't know if you know this, but Canadians love hockey.
Oh yeah.
They're not huge fans of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They had a baseball team for 35 years, and they didn't go because they were bad. And guess what? They moved to Washington. Now, we want a team back. Well, you just had one for 35 years, and you didn't go. So if we give you another one for 40 games...
People are fickle bitches.
It's very weird. And I hope they don't do it. Oh, and here's a funny part. I think you'll get a kick out of this. Tampa Bay made the playoffs, and the owner, Stuart Sternberg. Yeah, that's his name.
Oh my god.
He came out last week and said in some part of the stadium they're going to build, they call it the Sister City plan. They're going to put a sign advertising the plan. Okay.
The plan.
Literally 2-3 days later, he came out and said, that was an awful idea. I'm sorry, we're not going to do that. So not a great look. It's never a good look for any company to come out and say, we're going to do this, and then 3 days later come out and go, sorry, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Did you hear about what they were doing with OnlyFans?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's a great example.
Yeah, so they were gonna. Well, I think everybody knows this, but I guess quick recap: they got rid of porn. They were like, no more porn on OnlyFans, and that's the only fucking reason anybody uses OnlyFans. And then everybody shit on them, and they're like, actually,
we're gonna pivot and go back to this. You mean what it was before? Well, no, we're gonna. Come on, really?
No, they said they were gonna redact like all of the shit that they were gonna do. And then
why did they even do it? Not even a week went by.
I know, it's really fucking funny.
I think they made that announcement on like a Thursday or Friday, and by the following Monday, they changed it back.
It's
not good.
That's the power of Twitter.
Not good. I do have another quick question for you.
Oh my god!
Have you ever gone to someone's house
and stole their stuff? Yeah, I do that at your house all the time.
Well, no, get this. You open the door, and there's a screen door, right?
Yeah.
Why do people, when they open the door, they have to get a key to unlock it from the inside just to open the front door? You know what I'm talking about?
No, what?
So, literally, if this is your door, okay?
Yeah.
And there's a screen door behind it sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And there's the knob, and then you put the key in.
Why the fuck would you have a key on the inside?
Yeah, exactly. And you can't open it. You can't open it without that key.
That's fucking stupid. I've never seen that, but that sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I see it all the time. I don't understand. So I'll stand there, and sometimes they can't find the key. They can't unlock it. It's not working, and I'm just standing there, and I'm like, you already have a lock on there. So now you're locked in your house, and you can't even get out. But I was sitting there, and I'm like, should I even bring this up to Alex? Because maybe he's heard about it. Maybe there's a reason for it. But if you've never heard of it, then what's the point?
The only thing I could think of is, like, maybe people were very scared. They're like, oh, people are going to break into our house. So they fucking did that. But at the same time, it's like...
Okay, your house is on fire. Get out. Oh, we need the keys to get out of our own house.
The key is in the room that's on fire.
Okay. Well, okay, I guess we're going to burn down with the house, honey. Yeah, great. No one broke into our house. But hey, we kept people from breaking out of our house. We're going to die, but yeah, that's great.
Good job, honey.
Yeah, I don't get that. I see it all the time.
That's very
And I don't understand it. This pen sucks, by the way.
Do you want to use mine?
No, it's alright. I just need something like hard to write on.
Big the pee-pee.
Alright, so what else here? Are there any more questions or is
That's
that
it? That was it.
Okay. Alright, well.
You want to make out?
No.
Okay.
You got any segments you want to do? Because I got two.
I don't have any segments, but there's something I want to talk about.
What do you got?
So you know that Twitter thing, the contest with the comic?
Yeah.
I won.
Ooh. All right. Give us the details.
I won because the other team forfeit.
Well, it's okay. Look, it's a victory. It's a win, but to win by forfeit or default, I'm not taking anything away. I'm not reigning, but if I were you, I wouldn't feel. It doesn't feel nearly as good.
No, it doesn't. But the thing is, it's a mix of emotions because the people who dropped out, they're friends of mine.
Why did they drop out, or did they just say personal reasons?
Well, no, they basically one of them does all the drawing, and the other one writes, and so like they had a lot they wanted to do, but they didn't have the time, and like the one who was drawing all the stuff, she was very she has school, she has her job. There's a bunch of other previous commitments that she needs to focus on. She just didn't have time. And so she was like, well, I'm dropping out. And we talked about it. We talked about it before she made the decision. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't hold anything against you. And I don't hold anything against them.
Well, you win, so I mean...
But like you said, it's still kind of like a hollow victory.
Yeah, it's almost like you put an asterisk by it because... Hey, this team went all the way. Well, yeah, because the other team didn't even show up.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. I said that to Brock last night. I was feeling a little down because it happened like late last night. And he talked to me, and I was expressing my concerns. I was like, oh, now people are not going to see my win as legitimate. And he was like, hey, in NASCAR, when first place spins out, hits the wall, and like bursts into flames. Or do people oh no, what was it? If the second place guy blows up, are people in the stands excuse me, do the people in the stands go, first place doesn't count? Or do they go, holy shit, the guy just fucking died, someone get a medic on the track?
That's what I would say. The only people who are yelling that first thing, they're drunk beyond their eye. They got drunk on lap 48 and they're gone. They don't even know what's going on.
So yeah, so that was a good point. He made a good point. It's like, well, he said that my time will come.
Well, here's my point.
Because, I mean, the round isn't over yet. I don't consider myself a winner until I actually finish the comic that I was working on, which I am going to finish, and I am doing work on it. But, like, I don't know.
Well, here's my point. When people say, oh, it's not legit, you had no control over it. So how's that? Why do you have to pay the price for it?
It's not legit, then why didn't you fucking get to the finals and fight me yourself?
Yeah, well, also, people who give you crap for that, they probably got eliminated in the first round or something like that. Or maybe they didn't even qualify.
To be fair, most people have been really humble and nice about like losing. Like everybody we faced were like super cool and super friendly, and
it's not a comparison, but you know, sometimes you either get handed an L and you got to take it, or you get handed something and you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? I uploaded a cover last night. Okay.
The Dream.
And let me
Go
just
to
say,
Rush Bauer Drum Covers onto YouTube.com. It's in the description. It's at the very bottom. Click on it. The Dream, new drum cover. Check it out.
it's a 6.5 minute song. Yeah. There's literally a black screen for the first 2 minutes. I get it. I uploaded it, and about an hour and a half went by, and I was doing stuff, and I went back to it. It had 1 view, and I clicked on it. It had no likes, 1 dislike.
Shit.
And I looked at it, and I'm like, really? I wasn't even mad. I was just like, wow, you guys are kidding me. So I watched it, and I gave it 2 views. So it has no likes, because I'm not going to like my own video. It has 2 views. Well, last night it did. But at one point it had 2 views, no likes, and 1 dislike. And, hey, you know what? You just got to take it. You didn't lose anything, but it's definitely... You don't look at that and feel good about yourself.
No.
But then you think of it, and you're like, well, there are no drums. It's literally a black screen for the first 2 minutes, so... Yeah,
you can see it.
I was reading in the cover. I literally thought, oh, this would be a funny gag, because I saw another guy do it. I think he was covering Ticks and Leeches by Tool, and in the middle there's a quiet part, and he just gets out a book and just starts reading it, and I'm like, I gotta do that sometime.
It's pretty base, not gonna lie.
So.
But yeah, so I said months ago that I was going to win, and I did.
No, there you go.
And yeah.
Just don't, and you don't do this, but just don't run around like this was some major victory, like it came down to the wire, last 5 seconds.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Well, I'm just saying, because there are people out there that would do that. They look at it as a win, and that's it. It's like, well, the other guy forfeit.
I won, but at what cost?
I've won, but at what cost? I love that picture. Well, that's a bummer to hear, but...
It's a bummer, but hey, Mia, Gerald, if you're listening to this, you guys are great. Big shout out to Mia and Gerald. There we go.
Okay, well...
Okay.
I guess, what else are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, babe.
What is that from again?
Resident Evil 2.
Oh, 2. I went on YouTube and typed that in. I couldn't find it.
It's like one of the first cutscenes in the game where like Leon goes into the.
I don't know what that is.
Leon's the main character of Resident Evil 2.
Really
he goes into like a gun store and the guy's like, "Are you one of them?" He's like, "Don't shoot! I'm a survivor." And he goes, "Oh, sorry about that, babe." But the thing is,
why does he call him babe?
There's also a second playable character named oh fuck, what the fuck is her name? Claire.
Okay.
She's the second playable character. I assume that line was meant for her, but like they fucked it up and they were just like, "Oh, sorry about that, babe." They just put it in for both characters.
1998. Wow.
That game came out?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, honestly, well, people say it's like one of the best ones, so.
You know, it's interesting how sometimes in movie series or video game series, you never know, the first movie's made, and then the second movie is either the best in the series or like the weakest.
It's really astounding how many sequels manage to just blow the first one out of the water.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but so many of them.
Well, let's hear the ones that have.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard that is the case.
Pikmin 2.
Yeah, okay. Not blowing the water. Pikmin 2 did not make... Don't give me the Alex face. I see it. Okay, look. Pikmin 2 might be better, and I'm basing this off of
my video,
which is on Cornucopia on YouTube. You should totally check out both parts.
Thanks.
It's very funny and very sad. Made me cry.
And very epic.
No, I'm just kidding. But, no, come on. Pikmin 2 blew Pikmin 1 out of the water. If you think they're like this.
Fair.
Fair.
Resident Evil 2, a lot of people like the first one, but they say that the second one is like the best one. I mean, I don't know. I like Leon as a character better than Jill Valentine, but whatever. That's just me. What other ones?
Some people say Star Wars Episode 2 is better than 4.
You mean Empire Strikes Back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Empire Strikes Back is like probably one of the best one, or one of the best ones, depending on who you ask.
I like 4 more.
I will have to say,
What?
if we're talking about Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, that's a fucking sequel that absolutely dog water.
Yeah, no.
Fucking horrible.
It's got some great, well, when I say great, I mean unintentionally hilarious parts in it.
Yeah.
And it has that stupid meme, the one with Anakin and Padme in the field. I think it's from that one.
Yeah.
I don't think that meme's very funny. Every once in a while, I'll see a caption that makes me laugh. But
yeah. What other? Iron Man 2 sucks.
Jaws 2 sucks.
Thor: The Dark World sucks.
Oh, Captain America 2.
That one wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that great.
I never saw all of Captain America 1. I saw the last third of it. But from almost anyone I talked to, and one guy's favorite superhero is Captain America. He said 2 was way better. So
honestly, it's not a bad film.
Let me look at the reviews.
It's not a bad film, but I don't know.
It was entertaining,
yeah.
But sometimes entertaining doesn't always necessarily mean, great. Sometimes entertaining, you know what's entertaining? Hobbs and Shaw. Doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, so there can be a big difference.
I want Jason Statham to fucking cameo at my wedding.
Cameo?
Yeah.
He just walks in.
He'll just show up, grab a slice of cake, and he'll be like, Megalodon.
Is Megalodon? No, he go. Because he takes a bite out of it.
Yeah, and he fucking walks away.
So, Captain America: The First Avenger, an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I rewatched it because I remember it being fucking boring, and it kind of is, but at the same time, I got a new appreciation for it.
Captain America: Winter Soldier has 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
But here's the thing: the first Captain America, I watched some guy on YouTube say this, and after rewatching it, I have to say, it's fucking true. The first Captain America movie ends with the greatest fucking line in any Marvel movie.
What?
Because you know how he's he wants to date the British chick, but he's taking the plane down into the fucking Arctic Circle, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes to sleep for 70 years and wakes up in New York, and then he sees Nick Fury, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Oh my god.
I would say the thing your uncle said, but that's it's not
Well, you can just edit this part out because we don't need to plant any seeds.
I'm good. I'm not gonna. Well, no, because didn't we say it before on the podcast?
No.
No, well, we didn't say the exact thing, but I think we said that your uncle
No, I never said it, and I don't think you ever said it. Or if you did, I probably told you. Cut that part out.
Sorry, Uncle Kock.
By the way, Civil War has 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fucking weird because Civil War is the weakest of all three. Anyway.
Okay, so what's this line?
Yeah. So because he was right before he goes into the ice, she's like, "I'm meeting you for dinner on Friday or whatever the fuck," and he's like, "It's a date," and then he crashes, and then 70 years go by, and he runs out. And Nick Fury's like, "Is everything okay?" And he looks around Times Square and he goes, "Yeah, it's just I had a date." And then it cuts to black. It's so
Really?
fucking badass. It's like, oh shit. He could have said, this is a new world or something fucking stupid.
Or he could have been
that.
like, "Dude, what kind of cars are these? He's in Times Square, New York City.
Where are the horses?"
He's gonna go, what are these lights? Look at TV. It's 100 feet tall or something like that. He's not going, "I had a date." That's such Hollywood screenwriting.
Yeah,
whatever.
but oh come on, it was kind of cool.
It's not badass. If anything, it sounds pathetic.
Fuck.
I had a date.
He didn't cry about it.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because they cut to black before he did.
Before he went, boo!
No, and then Sam Fury's just like, "Come on, kid, suck it up. You'll see her in the next movie where she dies."
But yeah, Civil War's the weakest out of all three, I think. Because it's just a bunch of fucking fan service.
It's just Avengers 2.5.
Really?
Captain America's a side character in his own movie.
Seriously.
Plus, I don't know. part of that movie felt so forced. Like, I'm really supposed to believe that they disagree this much that they literally fight each other, and then at the very end, then they just get along. Everything's great.
I've learned to not really give a shit about CinemaSins anymore, but they made a really fucking good point where it's like this whole movie could have been fucking avoided if when Iron Man says he killed my mother and he killed my mother. Mm-hmm. Captain America goes, yeah, he was brainwashed by Nazi scientists and had no control over his actions. I think you should be mad at them and not him.
Yeah, there you go.
And then he'd be like, oh, okay, cool, let's go.
You want to go to Zips?
I mean, like, what the fuck?
Well, hey, I like CinemaSins. You know why I like CinemaSins?
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying, like, I've learned to not take them seriously. Because some people watch them and they're like, oh my god, they're so right. And it's like, they're just another channel on YouTube.
They literally tell them, there's a video. Don't take us seriously.
Exactly. Well, people are stupid and do it anyway.
Exactly. That's why there's someone who shall remain unnamed, takes it way too serious, and I've tried to tell him that, and he just wants to pretend like, no, there's no elephant in the room. No, there's no elephant. I don't know what you're talking about.
And his name? Albert Einstein.
So, but yeah, sometimes CinemaSins makes stupid points or whatever, or like jokes, but every once in a while they'll come up with something, and you're like,
oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah, you watch it, you pause the video, and you're like, huh, I gotta watch this movie again.
Yeah.
I will say this, I'm not a huge fan when CinemaSins does kid movies. Like they did Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I couldn't even get through the first 2-3 minutes. It just wasn't that funny. Mm-hmm. But I love it when they do Fast and Furious. They're like 23 minutes long. They destroy it. It's so good. Some of those movies deserve to get CinemaSinned.
Yeah, fair. Alright, well, what other sequels are there that are better than the originals?
Well, there's Lord of the Rings. And I think, because I just watched them recently, I think the second movie might be the weakest. The Two Towers. I think 1, 3, 2.
The Twin Towers.
No.
No.
What else is there? I kind of don't want to count Marvel.
Mega Man 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing video games too. Yeah, I don't think TV shows count. Because TV shows can do 8 or 9 seasons.
Oh, yeah,
9 seasons.
It's not about... with TVs, it's not about, like, sequel. It's more just, like...
Oh, The Godfather. Some people say Godfather 2 is better than 1.
Never seen him.
Neither have I. It's a shame.
It's a damn shame.
What else is there? Oh, Back to the Future.
I like the first one better.
The first one is better, but 2 is my personal...
2 is still pretty good.
2 is my favorite.
That's cool. Ace Ventura 2.
Well, they only made 2.
I bet it's still a sequel.
I guess, but they didn't make 3 or 4. And a lot of people like 1 more. I'm kind of on the outskirts. It's really just my family.
We find the ring with the missing stone. We find Snowflake.
We find Snowflake.
I don't know why I remember that line, but I love it.
Star Wars 7, 8, 9.
Ooh.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. Last Jedi sucked, but you know what? I enjoyed it more than a lot of people did.
I think I enjoyed 7 more.
Look, well, did you enjoy 7 more because it was just like a fun, feel-good, like, this is just a New Hope again movie, or did you like it because you actually... That's
literally... But they took, to borrow a CinemaSins quote, audience goodwill.
Yeah.
But 8 was... Forget that. We're going to do our own thing and go way too far.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, the way I see it is, what's the point of making a sequel trilogy if you're just going to tell the same fucking story again? What's the point? You should tell a different story.
No.
Yeah, you should.
No,
you should.
No.
But
they ruined Luke Skywalker.
I don't think so.
They totally ruined him. They turned him into an old grumpy dude who's drinking dinosaur tit milk.
Yeah, well, that part was fucking stupid. I will admit. There were a lot of parts in that movie that were stupid. I totally get it. Stupid. Yeah, clip that. The casino scene fucking sucked. The
Rose character alone. Awful.
I mean...
Not the actress. The actress, I feel
she's
so bad for.
Yeah, she got fucking bullied, and that's not fucking cool. I would never bully somebody for a fucking Star Wars movie, but let's be fair, like, she's just a bad character.
Dude, even Finn. did nothing.
Finn does nothing in the entire trilogy. He
Well,
yells...
in the 7th one, he did something.
No, he yells Rey's... He defects, and then he yells Rey's name, and then that's it.
Wait, that's more than he did in 8 and 9 combined. Literally, all he did in 8 was, hey, BB-8, tell her... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that. And then that's it.
Oh my god.
8...
Such an underutilized character. It's honestly fucking embarrassing. I feel bad for John Boyega.
Well, even Boy... Poe, what did he
even Boy?
Where did he get... Oh my god. Even Poe in 8 and 9 didn't do anything.
He did, but he did though.
What did he do?
He did. So
what did he do?
At the beginning of the movie, remember how they're doing that attack on the big fucking ship?
Yeah.
And then Leia's like, "Don't do it. We need to save everybody." And Poe's like, "Fuck that. We got to bomb the shit out of it." And then like they lose like half their fleet.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "There were heroes on that mission." And she goes, "Dead heroes."
And then
it's
what
like
did he do?
he fucking Leia gets sucked out into space
I know.
with Admiral Akbar.
And that was a terrible part of the movie. You're telling me when I was in the theater and I saw her get,
Okay,
look off.
so she gets sucked out into space, and then she pulls herself back.
Yeah, she Wonder Woman's her way back into the ship.
But that's just force pulling, but in a different context.
It's
literally just the exact same thing. It's literally like pulling your lightsaber towards you, but instead of pulling the lightsaber towards you, you're pulling yourself towards the lightsaber.
She's in space. She's in space. How is she still alive?
You can survive in space for a couple of minutes. I googled it.
Oh yeah, really? Just ask Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Dude, they were on a fucking... In episode, 5, they landed on an asteroid, and they had, gas masks. And there's no atmosphere. And, but that's fine? They're still in space. They're still in space.
Yeah, that's
No one was complaining about that.
It's still stupid. Dude, that part was stupid. I don't care how strong you are with the Force. You go into space, you're dead. What is that face?
I'm scratching my chin because both sides of it are like...
Never make that face again. Yeah, don't do that. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't care who you are. You get sucked into space, you're dead. She was floating for 20, 30 seconds. And she opens her eyes and just does this and flies back in. Get out of here.
She's a Force user.
You're in space, you're dead.
It's Star Wars, who gives a fuck?
Exactly. So now they're just saying, well, forget space.
Anyway, to finish off my thing about Poe, so then she gets... Leia's in a fucking coma, and he's like, okay, now I'm the de facto leader of the Resistance. I gotta fucking do something. So he goes off and does his thing, and then he realizes that, his plan fucking failed, and then Pinko had to sacrifice herself to save the Resistance. Remember? She, flies the ship into the Star Destroyer.
Were you talking about Laura Dern?
Yeah, Laura Dern's character, Pinko.
Before that, remember Laura Dern was like, I have a plan. And then Poe's like, okay, tell me the plan.
And she
does
no.
it. Yeah. That's literally Poe for 45, 50 minutes straight. Walking around the ship. It turns into a Grey's Anatomy episode.
But either way, so he fucking... Then at the end, when they're on the fucking salt planet, and they're going against the big laser, and he's like, let's charge the laser and destroy it. And then he's seeing everybody fucking blow up, and he's like, wait, hold on. No, this is a bad idea. I remember this. This happened at the beginning of the movie, and everyone fucking died. We shouldn't do this. And that shows his growth as a character. His growth as a character. He went through a fucking arc. The arc of, he thinks it's a victory because they blew up a bunch of cool spaceships, but the victory is not blowing up the spaceship. It's keeping the Resistance alive.
It's completing the mission. And if some people are, you're probably gonna lose a few ships. You're gonna have to do it. So I don't.
Jesus Christ.
I don't fully entirely. I get what you're saying, and that is true. But again, it's nothing. He didn't do. On this door?
Oh no, it wasn't on this door.
He literally spends most of episode 8 just walking around trying to get an answer out of Laura Dern, who doesn't tell him anything. Remember, it's like, you don't have a plan. What is it? And then he sees people walking, and he goes you're abandoning ship. I thought that was kind of stupid too. And then episode 9, he had. It's not the actor's fault, but he had one of the worst lines in any Star Wars movie.
There's too many of them. Or was it somehow Palpatine's returned? Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow. They brought Palpatine back.
I don't even want to talk about episode 9. That one's a fucking... I fucking hate episode 9.
I would want to hear your defense for Poe in episode 9 was great.
No.
Nobody was great in that movie.
No.
Not even... Well, Palpatine was great, but he's great in anything.
Yeah, what's his name? Ian McDermott?
Ian McKellen.
No, that's fucking Gandalf.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
That's not his name. Well, you don't know his name either.
It's Ian McSomething.
Ian McDiarmid.
Ian McDiarmid, yeah, that's him. He's great. He's fucking great. It's not his fault that Palpatine was fucking shoehorned in at the last minute. I'm sorry that this turned into Star Wars talk, but I'm really into this. So this is a good bit. Well, not a bit, because I'm not making this up.
I'm still waiting because...
So, you say they ruined Luke Skywalker, right? Because he drank blue tit milk.
No, dinosaur tit milk.
Dinosaur.
And then he did the...
That was funny. Come on, that was funny.
That's the thing.
It was stupid, but it was funny.
Stupid. They shouldn't...
Stupid.
Look, do that all you want. Get another character to do that. Have... what's his name? Finn do it. He's not doing anything in the entire movie. Have him do something funny. Have literally any other secondary character do it.
I've heard people be like, "Oh, Luke shouldn't have tossed his lightsaber. That was so out of character." Fucking in episode 6, he's like about to kill Darth Vader, and then he realizes that his hate is fucking corrupting him, and he realizes that killing him won't fucking do anything. So he throws his lightsaber away. And he refuses to fight because that's what a fucking Jedi does.
So you're telling me...
And the reason he throws his fucking lightsaber is because the entire thing, the whole mythos surrounding him, because in episode 7, he's referred to as this like mythical god, right?
Yeah.
If we find Luke Skywalker, we'll win the war.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's just a dude.
He's not just a dude.
He's just a dude who
knows stuff.
He knows stuff. Yes, he's not just a dude, but he's not this mythical god person. He's
look at Obi-Wan, episode 4. Like Uncle Ben.
I cannot interfere.
It's just Uncle Ben. It's just Uncle Ben. Well, it's not just Uncle Ben. Now, he did kind of lie or kind of twist the truth around with Anakin or with Luke a little bit, but Obi-Wan sacrifices himself. But it's not just, oh, he's just a dude. He knows a lot. He trains, and he does all this stuff. I don't get why... I don't know if this is a Star Wars thing, or if this is just a...
Excuse me, sorry.
I don't know if this is a Star Wars thing or a movie thing, but why do screenwriters actually think it's a good idea to... Do people actually think, if you were an almighty powerful character, or figure, and someone comes up to you and says, hey... They're a bunch of bad guys, and they're literally going to destroy a bunch of things. Will you help me? Do you think people are going to go, no, I'd rather sit on my island, and then just walk away? I don't think anybody would do that.
But they explain that. So the reason why he's off on the island isn't because he's like, no, I don't care. The reason he's doing that is because the lightsaber is like a symbol for everything that fucking went wrong in his life. Because he was just a dude living in a desert.
Not his hand.
Well,
the hand. There's the hand too. And he's living with his hand. It's his right hand, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's...
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, so he's got a lot of memories with that hand.
I'm just saying that maybe he's come to terms with the fact that he lost his hand, but, like, some girl shows up with his lightsaber, he's like, great, I tossed this away, I don't want this anymore. Because it represents everything that went wrong in his life, because he was just some dude in a desert until fucking Obi-Wan comes and he's like, you need to great prophecy.
No, the fucking... His parents get killed.
Yeah.
That's what comes back.
Well, whatever. I haven't watched A New Hope in a really long time. I'm sorry. I'm not the hugest Star Wars fan, but all I'm saying is that so he went away because everything that happened to him, it's like, who the fuck would want to be reminded of all these terrible things that happened, all the people that they lost, this horrible war. He's going away because... And they also explained that in the movie that, like, he tried to teach a new generation of Jedi.
Yeah, and then Kylo Ren showed up and messed it all up.
Yeah, messed it all up. And then he was about to kill him. And then he realized, no, that's not what I need to do. That's not the Luke Skywalker thing to do. Mm-hmm. What is wrong with me? And then the whole thing burns down. He's like, well, fucking... this whole thing was doomed from the start. I'm going away because there's no point. What is me... interacting in this war going to help with?
Wait, he can get visions that Kylo Ren's going to be a bad guy, but he can't get further visions of, oh, this is actually the good guys win, so I have to do this? The visions only go up to X amount of years and they just stop?
Well, that's like a whole nother argument entirely with the fucking the rules of the Force.
Yeah, I just said the rules of the Force, but you can go into outer space and you can breathe totally fine.
Well, that's the thing about the...
What's the deal?
But that's the thing. It's like the rules of the Force is that there are no rules. They're making shit up as they go along.
And how come you can't just stab someone? How come not Mace Windu? How come Qui-Gon Jinn didn't get stabbed and just kind of heal himself and stand back up. Because there are rules. You get stabbed, you're dead. You go into space, you're dead. There's got to be some sort of, I can't think of the word. You have to feel like your hero's in danger. If your hero is Superman and is indestructible, you don't care about the fight scenes. That's why human characters are better. Han Solo's better because he gets stabbed with a lightsaber and he's dead. But now it's almost like, yeah, but Kylo Ren gets stabbed and then dies. But then, what's it, Daisy? No, not Daisy. Rey just touches it and is better, and then she dies. No, what are the rules here, people? What can the Force do and what can it not do?
Well, it doesn't matter. The Force was never important. It's about the characters.
The Force brought back someone's life. It is a big deal.
It's a plot device. It's not this. It's not this end all.
It's a cop-out. Like, hey, we need to bring this character back. Let's just use the Force.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? You're right. It is a cop-out. But that's all it is. Like, I don't understand why people are like, oh, no, we need a rule book about what
Palpatine
can
came
be done.
Back how? Because of cloning? Really? That's the explanation?
That's a whole nother fucking bullshit.
It's the same thing. It's like, hey, we need to bring Palpatine back.
We're getting a little
how are we going to do that?
We're getting a little heated. You want to take off your shirt so we're not as
heated? You took this horse out, and we're going to ride it and see where it takes us.
Fine.
So, they bring Palpatine back. How? Well, I don't know. Cloning.
Doesn't fucking matter.
And then you're like, okay. And then nobody asks a follow-up question like, what do you mean cloning? When did that technology come out? That's a deleted scene.
What do you mean? What do you mean? When did that technology come out? Do you not remember Episode 2, Attack of the Clones?
Well, how come no? Just something. You're telling me in that group, everyone was just like, oh yeah, okay. No one's like, wait, really? Where'd they get his body from? I thought his body was thrown down that thing.
Yeah, it was.
Well, where'd they get it? Who went back and got that body? I thought that ship blew up.
They had. That's how fucking bad Episode 9 was, because they didn't think any of these questions through.
But you know what they say? They used the Force to find where his body is, and they got... Really? The Force is starting to piss me off. The Force almost seems like...
They didn't say that.
How do they get it? If you don't give a reason...
Here's how they got it. The script writer was like, shit, we have a year to film. We gotta fucking write this shit right now, dude.
I know.
Who do we bring back? Palpatine. Do it.
How do we do it?
Cloning.
Cloning. Okay, got it. Okay. Well, you know what? Why don't we bring back Darth Vader? Why don't they make Episode 10 bring back Darth Vader? Cloning, why not?
Could you fucking imagine?
After that, yes, I can imagine.
Could you fucking imagine? Oh my god.
I can see it happening.
That hurts me. That physically hurts me.
That's what happens when you're like, oh, let's just use the Force. Okay, when you use that... You're basically you're giving the keys to some 12-year-old and essentially saying, here, Jimmy, here's this new Ferrari. Don't crash it. Okay, crashes it. And you're like, why'd you crash it? Oh, yeah, you're 12. You don't even know how to use the brakes. That's what happened. They should have just stuck with J.J. Abrams. You know what they did? You remember the theme of this podcast earlier of, we're doing this, and 3 days later, never mind. They should have had J.J. Abrams do it. Why did they go with a different director? And then they brought Abrams back for Episode 9. That, to me, tells me, pivot, we made a mistake. That's what that tells me.
They made a mistake. They didn't really make a mistake. It was more... I mean, I've heard from Brock that apparently the working conditions for Episode 8 were fucking awful, and the actors were treated, like, pretty poorly. That's bad.
What about Episode 7?
Episode 7.
Let me guess. It was great. They bring a new director. It was awful.
I don't know. But I'm talking about solely the movie itself, not the circumstances surrounding the movie. Mm-hmm. The movie, people were like, oh, it's subverting your expectations. But like, oh, we don't like that it did anything different. But like, if you don't want the story to evolve, then why do you want sequels? Just go back and watch the originals.
There's a difference between let's try something new and then Lars going, hey, let's turn the snare off and take guitar solos out for 78 minutes. It's different. Doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean people are going to love it. You can experiment, but why do you have to go all out and kind of just go, hey, you know what? We're doing something completely different. That was my problem. Episode 7 played it way too safe. Episode 8 went way too far. There is a middle ground. And I feel like Episode 9, I don't even know what that was. I don't know what they were doing.
It was fucking garbage, that's what it was.
I feel like they tried to recreate the ending of Episode 9 about having this choice of kill me, which she did, so I don't know how they got out of that. I don't know, it was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. And also, that's why some people say, I don't want a sequel. Because, yeah, after a while, you're going to end up telling the same story. You're telling me, when you saw episode 7, you see Kylo Ren, you're like, Darth Vader. And then you see Snoke, Palpatine. It's all going to be recycled. So why do any stories? Let's just leave it. Because you're going to end up using the same cliches, characters, which opens a door to a new problem. Hey, let's create Rose. Let's create this character that does something that nobody does. And look what happened. People hated it. So you kind of have to experiment and go, okay, you know what? That didn't work. Let's not do that again. That's why someone told me Rose's character time or screen time in episode 8 was like 10 minutes, which it felt way longer than that.
Well, I know her screen time in episode 9 was like
a minute and a half.
Yeah, like less than 2 fucking minutes overall.
But you know what that tells? Well, they listened to the audience and they corrected that. And that was not subtle at all. This was a choreographed punch. Like, they basically told the audience, we're going to shove this in your mouth. No, you're not. And then they shoved it in your mouth.
Honestly, fuck new Star Wars. If anyone likes new Star Wars, fuck you too. Like, it's just, it's not good. It's not written well. It's a clusterfuck. Disney didn't know what they were doing. They were like, oh, we have plans for a trilogy. You were fucking playing it by ear the entire goddamn time.
You know what? I would love to have my dad on here. He'd never come on here, but he said that George Lucas once claimed that he had episodes 1 through 3 figured out. Did he?
I mean, I think he did. They just ended up being fucking underwhelming.
Episode 3?
Episode 3 is fine.
Come on.
It's not great. It's not great, but it's okay.
Oh my god. It was barely okay. It's a meme galore. That might be the most meme-worthy movie of all time.
Like, everybody's all like, oh, the prequels suck. And Clone Wars, or not Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones does fucking suck. But, like... And they were like, it's all politics. Yeah, okay, that's a little boring. But fucking, at least it showed the how everything ended up being the way it was. You know, like it showed Palpatine going from like, I'm the good guy to, haha, psych bitch, you thought I'm the bad guy.
Well, also, it showed that Anakin turned to the dark side in the blink of an eye, and then Palpatine came up with that cool name, Darth Vader.
Oh, I don't know. His parents died. It's pretty
Well, where did the Darth Vader name came from? You give me explanations.
He pulled it out of his ass.
You give me explanations on all the politics and all that crap, but Darth Vader.
If you're not
and
with
we get
me,
nothing.
If you're not with me, then you are my enemy.
Yeah, like all these lame lines, and Darth Maul is a great villain, and we got him for like 15 minutes.
He's a great villain. He's a fucking nothing villain.
Yeah, well, it's one movie and that's it. We never got to see anything else.
I need to piss. I'll be right back.
Well, this isn't over.
No, we're still going.
I still got a few episode 3 lines or critiques. I gotta say.
But I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. There he goes. Wouldn't it be nice? Okay, look. I love Star Wars. I'm not bashing Star Wars as a whole, or their fans, or even the people who made it. I couldn't do it. There's no way. I'll say this to Alex. If I was a screenwriter in Hollywood and whatever studio, Disney came up to me and they said, hey, do you want to write episode 7? Do you want to write episode 8 or direct it? I'd go, are you out of your mind? No, I don't want to do that. That's way too much pressure. And it's a bit of a stretch, but I'll give it a shot. No matter what you do, if you're J.J. Abrams or what was the Last Jedi? Who directed that? I can't remember his name. Hold on. Rian Johnson? Okay, he wrote it, but did he direct it? Yeah, Rian Johnson. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Why would anybody want to do that? Because anything you do, people are not going to like. I'm glad you came back in, because I thought of a great point. I started this by saying I love Star Wars, and I'm not bashing Star Wars itself or the fans or the people who made it.
I am.
Now, here's what I'd say. If I was a screenwriter in Hollywood, and they came up to me and they said, hey, do you want to write episode 7? Do you want to write episode 8? I would say, no way. Why would anybody want that job? Because if you mess up, they're going to look at you. They're not going to look at, smart people will not look at Daisy Ridley and go, Daisy Ridley ruined it. She's reading the script, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she and Mark Hamill came out and said, yeah, this script's a little weird or whatever. You look at the writer and the director, and I was going to compare it with being president of the United States. Why would anybody want that? Because there are going to be people who just don't like you, even if you do something good. So why would you want to do that? So I think J.J. Abrams has a better rep in this 7, 8, 9 than Rian Johnson. That's the guy's name.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If someone came up to you and said, "Hey, Alex, you want to write episode 7?" Would you go, "Sure"? Would you go, no, not really"? Because if you mess up, they're looking at you. You wrote it. You can't go, "Well, the studio did it." Okay, your name is okay. Well, then you're the scapegoat. Your name is on the credits, or the ending credits, whatever you want. What would you do? Would you take on that project?
Fuck no.
Exactly. So with that said, you gotta have some pretty big cubes to want to take on that project.
Cubes.
But look, I don't think Lucas had everything planned out for 1, 2, and 3. I think he did in the beginning, but as it went on, I think it was a little like, okay, I kind of have to wrap this up. Where did the Darth Vader name come from? The end where Padme dies and comes up with those names. I mean, come on, can we get anything from that? And I think they literally rushed filming because of that awful no scream, and Padme just kind of dies out of nowhere. I think everything was just, okay, guys, we got this October release date. We got to finish this thing right now. And it brings up the question, would you rather they not make any of those 6 sequels and we just kept it to the original 3 and it would have been critically acclaimed for the rest of forever, or now it's kind of tainted?
It's definitely tainted now with episode 9. Fuck episode 9.
Well, even before 9, I remember when the sequels came out, it was already kind of like, okay, they're entertaining, but what's going on? And Lucas didn't do himself any favors. Remember when he re-released the first 3 on DVD, but he made all those edits?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Guido? Not Guido.
Guido!
Wait, what's his name? The
blue flying thing?
Yeah, Han shot first.
Oh, Greedo.
Greedo.
Not Guido.
Yeah, Guido's from Cars, right?
I mean, Guido's just a word.
I think it's a character name. I just can't remember. I don't know. He made all those weird edits in. Guido's is in Cars. Huh.
So was George Carlin, but now he's dead.
Who did he play? He played the van, right?
He's like, he can't beat the classics, man.
God. But you know what? Let me get your take on this too.
Okay.
I like some of the spin-off movies more than the main movies.
Everyone's like, oh, Rogue One is so good. And I enjoyed Rogue One, but it was basically just fucking people. It was like the director was just jangling keys and shiny keys in front of our face. And it's like, look, there's Darth Vader. There's Darth Vader. There's Leia. There's the Death Star plans. Look at this. Look at this. Don't you love this? And it's like, it was pretty cool when Star Wars used to tell a fucking story and didn't just rely on fan service to hook us.
I mean, that's part of the problem is there has to be fan service. That's why'd they bring Palpatine back? That doesn't make any sense. If this guy's supposed to be dead, how can they just bring him back without fan service being a part of the equation?
I really think that they just didn't know what to do. So they were just like, fuck it, Palpatine. Who cares?
Yeah. But if they were to come out and say that, I would have more respect than if they were to try to sell it comes organically with the story and where it was going. Where it was going, they had no idea where they were going. That's why you shouldn't bring in 2 different directors. You have one, and that's it. And with that said, I'm also very glad David Lynch did not direct Star Wars. That would have been very bad.
It would start out with a fucking metaphor for sex. Like Eraserhead. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm down to watch Eraserhead again.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know what? I'm gonna watch every David Lynch film once. I think I'm good with just that.
And then you'll call it?
Yeah.
Well, we should be done with those. We should have been done with those movies last year, but, we're not.
You know, but thanks to a certain person, Ben, it's all his fault.
Well,
just kidding.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, you got 2 more bits. I'm sorry, we went on a long ass fucking Star Wars tangent.
You know, we could take in the last podcast, we could take just the bank heist, and that could be its own podcast. You could take Star Wars, and that could be its own podcast.
Yeah.
And the Star Wars one was like, It was fiery. It got
a little steamy in here.
Yeah, that's why we had to towel off from that conversation. All right, well, let's take a look at that. 82 years ago today, we're actually going to change up. We're going to do 2 anniversaries.
Oh, boy.
So today, 82 years ago, on September 30th, 1939, NBC aired the first televised football game between Waynesburg and Fordham. And
I don't know what that means.
College football. Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, college football? But you think about it, college football is a huge thing. Some people, like my grandfather, love it more than the NFL.
What?
When you think about it, they're not getting paid at all. So if they get tacked and break their neck, that's it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So there's more respect for that.
Oh, boy.
By the way, if anyone's curious, Fordham Rams beat Waynesburg 34-7. Oh, it's the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. I mean, Yellow Jackets are scary, but I don't know. It doesn't translate to a good team name. Like, what's more intimidating, the Rams or the Yellow Jackets?
Rams.
Yeah. It's shorter, too. Mm-hmm. So, also, since this is probably going to come out tomorrow, we're going to do an anniversary of what happens tomorrow/today when you listen to this.
Yeah, it was we're recording this on Thursday, but it comes out on Friday.
So, tomorrow/today, October 1st, 1924, Jimmy Carter was born. So he will be
and he's still alive today.
97. 97, and he's still going.
He's still kicking. He outlived Norm Macdonald. He outlived
Norm Macdonald.
Oh my fucking god! You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Well, Norm Macdonald was like what, in his 60s or something?
Yeah, but he had cancer, so.
And we still don't know what cancer. Do we know what cancer it was?
I think it was like. Oh my.
Does Feezy not have a phone or something?
I don't.
Let me guess. Feezy just threw his phone outside the window, and you can't go.
I have to assume he went somewhere with his friends.
Well, fucking call the phone. That's what we have phones for, right? I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything.
Anyway, yeah. So if you heard something in the background, it's
You can just take that out.
No, I already lost track of where it was in the audio file. I can't be asked.
We'll just type in hour 27.
I'm good.
Oh, come on. Nobody needs to hear that.
It happened like 3 fucking times. It's annoying. But anyway, I can't believe fucking Trevor Moore died falling off a balcony. Wonder what he was doing.
Is that the whitest kid you know?
Yeah.
He fell off a balcony?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, he died from complications from a fall off a balcony.
What was his name?
Trevor Moore. I assume he probably like broke his neck or something, or like either he broke his neck or he hit his head really hard and just fucking his brain hemorrhaged. Damn. Either way, he was a fucking comedy genius, and I love Whitest Kids You Know. So ripping peppers. And so was Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald was really funny.
He fell from his upstairs balcony and suffered fatal head trauma around 2:30 a.m.
Jesus. Wow. That fucking sucks.
Wow.
Life is short. You gotta fucking watch yourself. It could be over in an instant.
Damn. I mean, would you say Whitest Kids You Know is one of the earliest YouTube comedy groups?
Well, they weren't on YouTube. They were on
That's where I discovered them. Like in 2008 or 9. I was watching.
Well, they were clips from TV though.
They're on TV?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Whitest Kids You Know. What do you know? What channel they were on?
I would assume MTV, or Spike.
Or Comedy Central.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not aware. Also, what the fuck?
Yeah, you keep looking out the window.
Yeah, the neighbors across across from our backyard, I'm seeing an old man walk around. Like, I never see any lights on in their house. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they live there and they just have like fucking like curtains over their windows at all times. Or like they just don't live there. And like they just come around every once in a while to like keep the house up and running. Like it's like a rental for them. I have no fucking clue. It's weird.
I'm surprised you would even notice that.
I noticed that because I go into the backyard to smoke a lot at night, and never, not once have I ever seen lights on in their house. And it like either they're inside with the lights off and they're like creeping, or
I don't even know.
Weird ass neighbors.
Yeah, I think you got too much time on your hands, man.
Fuck you.
Do you ever open up that window and smoke?
No,
Why
never.
not?
Because this house is a rental, and if we smoke inside, it's gonna stain the walls and it's gonna smell real bad, and then they're gonna fucking charge us up the asshole for repairs. So there's no. I've never smoked once in this room, which is funny because like the first time Zane ever came in here, is like, "You're smoking." I'm like, "No, I'm fucking not. It's just everything in here was covered in smoke at the old house." So
was he angry or surprised? I mean, it's not a secret.
It's a secret.
That's the other thing too, is like, I hate to call smokers out, but dude, it's such a strong smell. You can't hide it. You gotta get in the shower.
You gotta fucking stink. Weird. Anyway, what was the last thing you wanted to say?
Well, there's still that story, but I don't know if we'll have enough time. We'll probably have to wait for the third comeback episode to do it.
Ah, come on, you can tell it. How long is this story?
25 pages.
Oh, you read this. Oh, it's that story that you wrote. Mm-hmm. Right. Just tell it right now. Fuck it. This will be the last thing on the podcast. Let's do it.
Well, so I wrote this on January 31st, 2013. This is I wrote it in creative writing. I think I wrote this the day before our day that it was due, and you can easily tell with what it's about.
Oh my god.
And ironically enough, me writing this literally changed my life.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll tell you why when we get to the end. Okay? You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
This is... Hold on, I want to get close to the mic, since I don't know if we've ever done story time like this.
Alright, but don't speak too loudly, because then it's going to peak.
You know I don't talk loudly. Even when I yell, it's still nothing compared to, some other people. Who shall remain nameless.
Ben.
Nah, Ben's just kind of like a yelp. Which, by the way, me and my sister were playing Smash, and I showed her the match where Ben kept missing me falcon punching. We watched it twice. It's so good. All right, you ready? This is Hansel and Gretel, Beverly Hill Cops, with a question mark. With a question mark. Okay. All right, here we go. And feel free to chime in if you have any questions or to react.
Okay.
So, Hansel and Gretel were very weird kids. First of all, their names threw everyone they met off. Hansel was a girl and Gretel was a boy. Everyone thought that their names should be switched. But their parents were drunk when they were named, and they couldn't switch the names until they were at least 18. No, I don't know. They were born in Los Angeles, California. Both of them were 13 years old. They grew up with each other. They taught each other everything that they knew. Since they grew up in downtown Los Angeles, they learned to fight pretty fast.
Oh my god.
Gretel was into guns, but Hansel was into fighting with her fists. They were both fans of action movies. That's what inspired both of them to become fighters. Gretel was challenged to about 50 fights in his life. He never lost one once. Despite not ever losing a fight, Gretel was still intrigued by guns. Hansel just flipped any girl who gave her a dirty look over. She literally grabbed them and flipped them onto the ground on their backs. One day, their dad came into the house and told them to get into the car. He didn't say why or where they were going. They just got in and sat down quietly. Their dad, Marcel, started the car and headed towards the highway.
Marcel!
After about 40 minutes of driving, Hansel and Gretel both fell asleep.
When they woke up, they were in Nantucket.
After a while, they both woke up at the same time. They were no longer in the car. They were sitting on a park bench. They both looked around for their dad. They didn't see him around. They got up and called out for him. Dad, where are you? Hansel yelled out. He left us. We have to go, Gretel said to Hansel. Why would he leave us? We never did anything wrong. We've gotten into a lot of fights in our life. Maybe he was just sick of all of it. Well, what do we do now? Follow me. Gretel then started to walk towards the street. After a while of walking, they finally got to the street. They looked both ways before crossing the street. They held each other's hand while they crossed the street. When they crossed the street, they ran into someone.
Take a fucking shot every time you just said cross the street. God damn.
Hey, I wrote this back in 2013. They ran into someone. Gretel stopped to ask the stranger a question. Excuse me, sir, but could you give me and my sister a ride to the police station, please? I'm sorry, little boy, I'm busy right now. What are you doing? I'm filming a movie right now.
I'm bird watching.
I'm filming a movie right now. I'm an actor. What's your name? Eddie Murphy.
Oh my god.
The movie we're shooting right now is called Beverly Hills Cops, and I really need to go now. Please, Mr. Murphy, me and my sister just got separated from our dad. What's your name, little boy? Gretel. My sister's name is Hansel. Gretel? Your name's Gretel? What kind of a name is Gretel for a boy? Shouldn't your names be switched? You weren't funny on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, shit.
Well played, Gretel. Tell you what, I'll give you two enough money for a cab. How about that? That sounds fine. Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah. Here you go. Eddie Murphy then gave Gretel a $10 bill. Gretel took it and smiled at Eddie. Eddie Murphy then smiled back to Gretel and then Hansel. Eddie turned around and started to walk away. So what are we going to do now, Gretel? Get a cab and go to the police station. That's all we can really do right now. Oh, look, Gretel. There's one over there. Let's get over there before we lose it. So they both then ran for the cab. They reached the cab within 15 seconds. Gretel opened the door and let Hansel get in first. Gretel sat down in the seat after Hansel. Where to? The cabbie asked them without looking at them. The nearest police station, please, Gretel said. Okay, the cabbie then took off into the road. Gretel noticed that Hansel was asleep already. After a few minutes, Gretel started to fall asleep too. He dreamt about being home. Gretel was a little scared at the moment, but he had been through something like this before. He and Hansel were separated from their school on a field trip. They both had to walk back to school. When they woke up, they were inside a house. They weren't at the police station. At least it didn't look like a police station. He heard some noises coming from the kitchen. He got up slowly and steadily. When he was up, he walked over to the kitchen door. He saw the cabbie standing in the kitchen. He quickly hid behind the wall so the cabbie couldn't see him.
Oh, fuck.
He figured that they were kidnapped by this guy and that he was going to do something bad to them, unless they stopped him. He heard footsteps coming towards him. Right when he was about to come into the room, the front door was knocked down by somebody. The cabbie then turned around and ran for the back door. He turned the corner and faced him again. What are you doing? Eddie Murphy said. We're filming right now.
What the fuck?
Me and my sister were kidnapped by a cab driver. We were brought back here for some reason. Alright, this is ridiculous. You and your sister come with me right now. Gretel walked over to Hansel and woke her up. He helped her and they both walked over to Eddie. He grabbed them and led them over to the front door. The bright lights blinded Gretel and Hansel. Will somebody take these kids to a police station? I found them inside the house. Just then, somebody walked over and grabbed Hansel and Gretel. The man took them over to a car and told them to not move. The man then walked to the driver's door. He turned on the car and headed for the police station. Epilogue. Hansel and Gretel did not ever become Beverly Hills Cops. The end.
Are you serious?
Yep.
What the fuck?
So, yeah, what is that? That's 1.
Oh my god.
2.
What a saga.
4, 5. Yeah. So, obviously, you could tell that was incredibly rushed and just I didn't put any thought into it.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to write essays and then trade them, and the other people had to write them or read them and then give reviews. So I gave it to somebody, and they're like juniors or seniors, and I think I was a junior. I think they looked older than me, but they like hung out with the cool kids and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh great, they're gonna read it and hate it, because your name's on it, and you give it to them. So when they read it, they look back at you and they go, yes, you. I have a face with this name. You're an idiot. So I'm reading it, and they're laughing their ass off. I mean, how can you not? It's really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are a couple funny parts. You're not funny on Saturday Night Live. I thought that was pretty good.
All right, fair enough.
So after that, they said that was really funny. Then a week or two later, we had to do a project where we had to act out a scene. So I came up with the idea of I'd play Christopher Nolan, and then someone else would play Batman, and I'd get annoyed by Christian Bale's Batman voice. Mm-hmm. So I was just acting mad and upset. So they came up to me and they're like, "Hey, you're actually pretty good at acting. You should be in the musical, in the drama department." And I'm like, "I don't do musicals. I can't sing." And they're like, "You don't have to sing. You can be a background character." And I'm like, "Okay." So after school, I go over to the drama department. I don't know anybody in here. There's like 50 people in there. Most of them chicks, because chicks love musicals. And there's only like 10 or 15 guys. So I was in there, and they read through the whole script. I went up to the teacher, and I'm like, "So yeah, I'm here to audition." And he was like, "All right, well, he gave me a script. And you'll be a part of the table read." And I'm like, "Okay." I didn't read anything, but I read along with them. And then afterwards, I went up to him. I'm like, "So what do I have to do?" And he goes, "Congrats, you got the part. You're in." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool."
You okay?
Yeah, I was a background character, so I played different ones. Then after that, that's where I met Monica, Angela, and a bunch of other people who I still talk to today. So writing that stupid story and giving it to those, it was Jake and somebody else, I can't remember.
From State Farm.
Yeah, that literally changed it, because if I had never wrote about that and wrote something stupid, who knows, I may not be talking to some people today. So, that is Korn and Kock story time. Do you have any old stories that you wrote when you were younger?
I'm sure I do, but I don't know where they are right now.
What about Mighty Mike? I know those are drawings, but
Mighty Mike's in here somewhere. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Hold on.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna
be good. Hold the fucking phone.
Hold the freaking phone.
Hold the gosh darn dingle dang phone. Wait, where the frick is it? Wait. Oh, is it not in here? Where is it in here? I'm sorry, the thing that I'm using...
You didn't want me to like talk so loud, but you're like banging. Oh great, that wasn't me.
No, actually though, where the fuck? Because I remember it was in a specific... Wait, no. Did I put it in this fucking thing?
Alright, well, we'll see you next week.
Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
No, I think it's in here. Give me a second. I have a big thing full of like all my fucking drawings and shit. Oh.
You get it? Oh my god.
Remember this?
Yeah. Oh, I could have gone without seeing that.
It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna tell you what that is.
Nope.
It's actually like pretty bad. Where the fuck did Mighty Mike go? I know I have it somewhere. but I don't. Oh my fuck. Oh my fuck.
You know, we could have just made the whole podcast you just searching your room finding this thing, and I think it would have been better than the Star Wars debate.
Alright, anyway, talk about something funny while I like look for this.
I can't, you're making too much noise.
Nah, it's fine.
This is all the...
Wait.
Like all the paper shuffling is gonna...
I found Mighty Mike.
Oh, did you?
I found it. I found Mighty Mike. Oh, shit.
Pull it up.
I am.
Let's see it.
Oh my fuck. Found it. Oh, shit. So, if you remember back to podcast number 8, I said that I had a friend in like second grade named Asia, and we created a superhero named Mighty Mike. This is what Mighty Mike looks like.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Why is the S backwards?
Because I'm retarded.
No. Wow.
Alright. The story of Mighty Mike. I'm not scanning any of these. Fuck all of you. Down on Earth, they were testing a new spaceship. Any volunteers? Here, burp. The burp comes from a baby. There's this fat ass fucking baby and this mom who's apparently shirtless. She's only wearing a bra. Hands the fucking dude the fucking baby. In a split second, the spaceship was gone. In space. I'm all alone, said the baby. Burp.
The baby's talking and burping?
Growth timeline starts on the next page. So there's 9 panels of this Mighty Mike fucking baby kid growing up. And he's like, and he ends up 9 years old, and and then when he's in 9 years old, he turns into a fucking log, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking epic.
He looks like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking horrible.
Okay.
Back on Earth, a poison truck swerved and a radioactive barrel flew out and opened.
Barrel?
Yeah, dude, I was illiterate as shit when I was a kid. And leaked into a field, an apple field. An apple juice boy came and took the apples. And it's this fucking apple shaped thing with like a King K. Rool eye and like huge fucking mouth. Like he's not even in a mascot costume. His just entire body is just, he's like the apple from the Apple Jacks commercials.
Oh, you bring back some memories of that.
And made apple juice. So he took the apples and he puts them in a fucking like, because when I was a little kid in like in the cafeteria, when you get little cartons of apple juice, they'd usually be like frozen. So here it's like there's a fucking box that says freeze, and it's like they freeze the apple, they squish it down, they turn it into fucking apple juice. My God.
Alright.
So then the apple juice, I guess, gets sent to the spaceship where Mighty Mike is fucking living, and he drinks it, and he fucking he falls to Earth, even though he was in a spaceship, because he was poisoned. The boy had a weird transformation into a superpowered boy, and then he kicked the fucking shit out of the apple guy.
You're no kidding. I'm looking at his head.
Free applesauce. Back in space. You've done good, Mike. You've done good. The end. To be continued. That's the fucking prologue.
The prologue?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, God.
Thanks for reading. Yeah, for as in like foreshadowing.
Like foreplay.
The Adventures of Mighty Mike versus the Naked Aliens. I'm gonna...
The Naked Aliens? What is this, the Naked Brothers band?
This is fucking embarrassing. A peaceful day in the city. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll scan all of these and fucking put them in.
Well, is it gonna be up tomorrow, or is it gonna be like 3 weeks from now? You're like,
no,
okay.
no. I'll put no. You know what? I can put it up.
You know what? Leave it to the memory, or not the memory. Leave it to the imagination of all the viewers. They have to imagine the apple and the naked aliens, I guess.
Oh my fucking God. A peaceful day in the city. Oh, deli. VoIP? Something fucking crashes into a deli. And two aliens are like, hey, give us your gold. And the second one goes, yeah. And they hand him meat. And he goes, no, we want gold. And then the guy says, well, this is a deli. And then the fucking alien's like, okay, sorry. Oh my God. I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment. Like the cringe is too...
Well, you don't have to read it. You can just finish it and then bail.
Got
a lot of pages here.
But I feel like now I have to.
Why?
Because I brought it up and I was looking for it and I was making fucking noise for 10 minutes, so I might as well. So Mighty Mike is back in his spaceship. He's having lunch. So this is like the catching up story. So he drinks this fucking toxic apple juice, gets superpowers, then he makes a fucking costume and he becomes Mighty Mike. So then there's a fucking bank getting fucking shit on by these goddamn aliens. Mm-hmm. So he works on his ship. And then he takes the little escape pod on top of the ship and takes it down to Earth. And then he's like, what happened? And the kids are like, the aliens just vaporized 14 sewer rats and is destroying Earth. And he presses a button on his belt and the little escape pod turns into a robot. And then he finds the bank and then he takes the fucking UFO of the aliens and fucking like just frisbees it into space. And he gives the gold back. Oh my fucking God.
Barrel.
See us in another... What the fuck is that word? Anthorer. What the fuck?
It's like you combine another and another word.
Yeah. I'm so illiterate.
And the Adventures of Mighty Mike and the hot chili snake pepper? What the hell?
Yeah, the red hot chili pepper.
Wow.
Time for some appropriate humor. Oh my God.
I was gonna say, please tell me you didn't spell appropriate right, but you spelled the other words right.
I think I did, yeah. Oh God, this is fucking bad. This is really fucking bad. Oh, this is where I got my friend Asia to draw the chili snake, and it fucking sucked. Oh my God. You know what? I'm just not gonna. We're
not gonna get the chili pepper. Oh, what's this? You gotta read the title.
All right, the Adventures of Mighty Mike and the Invasion of the Dodo Birds, Part 1. The Crucial Alliance.
Wow, the dodo birds. I wonder what that could be a reference to.
Oh, this is like totally some fucking like Spider-Man. Oh my fucking god. Some Spider-Man 2
what's
bullshit.
that?
Mighty Might. Oh my god.
Stay tuned. Hey, you spelled 4 right this time, though.
I spelled awesome wrong, though.
Well, you fixed the 4. Just not...
Nuns 3 is better than SSBB. No joke. Oh, Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3 is better than Super Smash Bros. Brawl. No joke. That's fucking wrong, first of all, but... What is this? The Scourge of Hodgepodge and Sith Moth. The fuck?
Oh.
I was like really... I guess I was really into like Darth Vader and also that stupid fucking DC villain, like the Moth or whatever. He was like a Batman villain. And so I was like, yeah, let me just combine those two. That seems like a good idea. And then I started writing it and I just stopped.
Okay,
So
you know
I'm
what?
sorry if you were like, well, what the fuck? We have no visuals. That was kind of a waste of 10 minutes. But you know what?
Well, hey, there's no visuals with a story. The one I read.
But here's the thing. That's not a comic. That was just a story you wrote.
Yeah, well, also, I don't think you'd want those to get out. I think you want to keep some of those
Keep them under
to your
wraps.
stuff, yeah.
Also, like, some of the pages are like stained with piss. So I mean, like,
Well, I gotta say, it's pretty embarrassing.
you should definitely hide for the rest of your life, dude.
Well, you know what? And I think I'm not going to be alone on this. I think we all want to see a revival of Mighty Mike.
I might do it one day. Just like actually like give it a fucking like.
Give it a shot. Do a quick little story. 5-10 pages.
You know what? I might do that. I might, and if I do, I'll publish it, and then no one will read it, and it'll be great.
What did we call the episode 8 with Mighty Mike?
Mighty Mike versus Mighty Beans, or whatever the fuck.
Well, we have to call this the return of Mighty Mike.
Mighty Mike and the fucking podcast. You can't say fucking in a YouTube.
Title?
Yeah, you can't say.
Yeah, you can. One of my covers has it.
Another fucking infomercial by Bankheist. All right, is it that time?
No, we're gonna get to 2 hours.
Oh fuck!
We were 6 minutes short last time, and it bothered me. So yeah, we can last another.
All right,
5
we're
minutes.
gonna last it out.
You know what I was thinking about doing with drum covers? I think I'm going to do at least one song off of every Metallica album, except for Hardwired.
Why? Oh well, yeah.
Because it gets blocked. There are ways around it. I just don't know them. No, I don't know them, and I don't even know if I could do it with my editing software.
You do the you just play some fucking MIDI.
Yeah, or like change. I know if you like change the
pitch.
Yeah, but then it'll sound. James Hetfield's voice won't sound right.
Blacked out. Black Queen and
Black
in the
Queen.
silence.
The sirens. That'll be a drop.
Oh my god.
So I think I'd start with Beyond Magnetic, and then Death, Saint Anger,
And then just death.
and then S&M because of the 2 songs on there. Reload, Load, Black Album, Justice, Puppets, Ride, and Kill 'Em All. So I do it backwards over the course of a year. So
LeBron James.
what would you like to see from Beyond Magnetic?
Just a bullet
Where are you gonna put it?
away.
Okay, what about Death? Magnetic.
You already did the day that never comes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yep. There's only 10 songs to choose from, and I've covered 5 of them.
The end of the line.
The what?
The end of the line.
I did that one.
Fuck. Broken, Beaten, Scarred.
I was thinking about doing that one.
I don't like that song. It's lame.
You don't like it?
It's not that great.
What? It's not great, but I like it. There's a riff in there that sounds really cool. Me and my dad are convinced it sounds like a Kirk riff. It doesn't sound like a James riff.
Shaking your piss at the hard life coming.
The lyrics are a little...
Show your balls.
I think I read Lars wanted that title, and James didn't. One of them was really against the title.
And what would he have named it?
I don't know.
The boxcar bundle.
Show your scars.
No, it would have been called the song where we say rape.
He does say rape in this song. Okay, what about Saint Anger?
My world. My world.
My world.
It's my world.
I was thinking about doing maybe Purify or Saint Anger. Or maybe just do an Invisible Kid. Just get that out the way. See, Invisible Kid's fun to play, but it's Invisible Kid. Oh, that'll be a huge drop. Just.
My God. My God. Dear God.
My God. Then there's S&M. So it's minus human and no leaf clover. You still haven't heard those songs?
No.
Really? That's a shame.
And it's a damn shame.
Metallica fan, you still haven't heard those?
No, I haven't.
Well, you have listened to No Leaf Clover.
I am the table.
I am the... Okay, so I might do minus human because I like that song more. Reload, what do you think?
Attitude.
That's fast. Yeah, maybe. Okay, load.
Obviously Ronnie.
Oh, God. I'm gonna have to do it eventually. It sounds so like...
Or Mama Said.
It just doesn't... Well, Mama Said's not gonna be the last Metallica song I cover. I'm not going out. I'm not retiring on that note. So I have to do it eventually. Same with She's Like Heroin and Low Man's Lyric. I gotta do those songs eventually.
Damn.
Okay, so what's your final one for load?
Ronnie.
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, God!
Black Album.
I
I was thinking about just doing Nothing Else Matters.
My Friend of Misery.
Okay, Justice.
2.
No, that one's coming later on. One will be one of the last ones.
1 will be the last one. Because it's the last one.
No, it won't be the last one.
You know what the last one's going to be is.
I do know, yeah.
It's going to be All Within My Hands.
What an awful way.
All Within My...
No, that would be a...
Alright, a fucking Harvester of Sorrow then.
I've already done that one.
Fuck!
I've only done 3 off of Justice.
Frayed Ends of Sanity.
Ooh, maybe. That one's a little tricky.
But here's the catch. You only do up until like... You only
do what Metallica's done?
Yeah.
Play the first 2 minutes?
Yeah, the first like 2 minutes and then cut it off.
No,
They've only played the full thing once.
No, they played it about...
Twice.
10 times total. But, yeah.
It's such a good song. Why the fuck don't they play it more often? Because it's long?
Because it's long and it's... The drum parts are, if Lars plays them correctly, can be kind of tricky. And it sounds like some of the guitar parts are a little weird. But it's what it is. You know how they played that song live, right?
How?
They did a Metallica by Request tour, so each city got to vote.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we talked about this before, actually. Now I remember, yeah.
But I remember when they announced that, and it was like 30 shows, and it took, Nothing Else Matters made none of the set lists.
Fuck, yeah!
That should tell you something. Enter Sandman still did. I just don't get people. And it'd be funny, you scroll down to the bottom, you might be able to actually find the results on Google. But
did they ever play Ronnie?
No, but you go to the bottom, you'd see like All Within My Hands gets 2 votes, Ronnie gets 3 votes. I think Invisible Kid got like 7 or 8 votes. And you're always like, who votes for this stuff? But I noticed, because it was like the top 26 songs made it. So if it's 27, that song doesn't make it. Helsinki, Finland had Frayed Ends at like 15. And me and my friend Ian at the time, we were just like, yeah, it'll fall down. But as the show got closer and closer, it still stayed there. And we were like, dude, they might actually do it. And then finally the deadline came and it was still within the top 26, and we're like, they're gonna play it. But then I think one of us was like, no, they would totally bail out. Like, they just wouldn't do it. But they finally did it. It was we thank Helsinki, Finland. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, it is Helsinki.
All right.
Helsinki, we're done with this podcast. All right,
Well-
2 hours. Well, do you want to do the rewind?
Well, no, we're not done with the albums.
Fuck!
There's
Shit!
okay. So Freight Ends, Puppets.
Orion. Wait, no, you already did Orion.
Yeah, I already did Orion.
Disposable Heroes.
Ooh, that's a good one. I was thinking about doing Leper Messiah.
Fuck that.
Oh, let me guess.
Fuck your life.
Well, let me guess. I don't like Leper Messiah. It's
No, it's good.
lame.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's
It's good, but I like Disposable Heroes more.
Leper Messiah is the weakest song in the album.
But it's still great.
That shows you how great that album is. The weakest song is still great. It beats almost everything on other Metallica albums.
Anyway,
Ride the Lightning. And yes, I've already done Escape.
Creeping Death.
I kind of want to save that one.
Fuck.
You know they play.
Trapped Under Ice, then.
Oh, I'd love to, but that song's so hard to play with the double bass. It's hard to keep that up. You know they.
Pussy! Pussy! No, I'm just kidding.
You know they. Metallica played a show and they ended it with Creeping Death.
That's not a bad song to end it on.
I don't like it. That's like the beginning of the encore, or something you play towards the end. But to end with Creeping Death, I don't know. It's
Still pretty good.
all right. Well, it's better than Ronnie. There are a bunch of songs.
Better than Ronnie.
Yeah, there are a bunch. It's better than a bunch of songs.
Okay.
And then Kill 'Em All. I've only done one Kill 'Em All song.
And that was Anesthesia Bowling Team.
Nope.
Fuck.
There was no remorse.
Shit. Metal Militia.
Maybe I don't know that song at all.
It's my favorite off the album. It's pretty good.
Really? Wow.
Because it's just fast and it's just fun.
I think mine's Four Horsemen.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Oh, they also opened a show with Whiplash.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one. Just like 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these days we'll go over Metallica set lists.
And we'll cream our meme over that.
Well,
It is time for the Korn and Kock rewind. Play the clip. Here's Kock. That was an awesome clip.
awesome.
What did we talk about today? We did a bunch of sports talk. We shit on Tom Brady for making out with his son. We talked about Tampa and how it's not that that's the name of the city, not Tampa Bay.
They might Tampa Bay / Montreal might be winners of the World Series in a few years.
We had a very long discussion about Star Wars.
We talked about getting locked inside your own house.
We got Korn and Kock questions. Thanks for sending in questions.
And just remember, first televised football game, it was college. And tomorrow / today, Jimmy Carter, 97, baby.
I thought you said 98.
97.
Fuck. All right. Stone told his story. Hansel and Gretel, Beverly Hill Cops.
And then we got the return of Mighty Mike.
Fuck yeah, dude. And how I'm going to make a Mighty Mike comic.
Revival.
Fuck yeah, why not?
The year of the revival. We got the podcast and Mighty Mike back.
Dawn of the Midnight Revival. Yeah, that's we went over what songs Stone has to play, or else I'm gonna shoot him. Anyway, this was a really good podcast. I had a lot of fun.
Same here. This isn't our technically it's our longest, but
By ourselves.
well, also in one video
That's true.
because we had one that was split up into 2 parts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got a nice meaty one. You know, you can do what we did with most long movies. You can take a break. You know, take a little bathroom break.
There are no breaks. There are no breaks. You do this in one sitting, or invest in a diaper.
What?
I don't know what to tell you.
Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself. No, I'm still watching Korn and Kock. No.
I'm only at the hour and 48-minute mark.
Mom, I'm watching Korn and Kock.
Mom.
Mom.
I think they should open with Ronnie.
And with that, I think we should sign off.
Yeah, I think we're good. All
Any
right.
any closing words, Stone?
Yeah, this. Whoops. I didn't. I had
shit.
it on.
Oh shit.
Hold on. I
What's
had
the
it
dog doing?
on vibrate.
All right.
All right, that's it. We'll see you later.
Goodbye, everybody.
I'm not pausing it.
I have 3 days to live.